Such a racist. My God, I don't want to talk to you.
Racist?
I'm a racist.
You are racist. The lefty are such a... You said you
And
were born here. What's
I
the
was
difference?
born here because
What's
you
the difference?
questioned
What's
me
the
as an
difference?
American.
No, I did not. You
You
questioned
did.
that.
So
Okay.
excited to send this video to your boss.
Yeah.
Please send it.
You
Yeah.
will be fired.
I'll be fired.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your
You're
name?
so rude.
Let's...
Oh my gosh! My favorite voice actress from my childhood just fired an innocent Uber driver for having a different political opinion. This is terrible! My childhood is ruined! I'm gonna boycott every single cartoon she starred in! Hashtag not my voice actress! Psych!
You see, you will get me fired because I don't think like
Because
you.
you're rude.
No,
Because you're
we're
rude.
not getting you fired
This is-
because we don't think like you. We're getting you fired because we hired you as an Uber driver and you've done nothing but yell at us
attack us.
and insult
we had to
us.
have-
Attack us.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Alex, and today I want to give a very long overdue opinion on a video with actress Rena Sofer and voice actress Tara Strong that surfaced on the internet a year ago during elections week that sparked quite a huge amount of controversy with both women, but even more noticeably so on Tara, who filmed the video and posted it on her Twitter page. I want to give my personal opinion on this subject when this was going around, but at that time, I was just dealing with a lot of personal issues, like resigning my job as a videographer at a mobile barbershop called Mobile Cuts Boston after being screwed over by them so many times, along with the death of a good shop teacher from my school that I just didn't feel the urge to even bother with it. But now a year has passed since this little incident, and I'm ready to give my opinion on it looking back at the matter. Like the saying goes, better late than never. Anyway, so what happened was, Tara posted a video on her Twitter page describing an incident that happened with her and Rena getting into a heated argument with an Uber driver as he was driving them, with the following description. Dear Uber, your driver almost killed Rena Sofer and I because we are Democrats. He asked what we were doing and proceeded to scream and yell at us and say we were evil, racist, crazy, demon lefties. We told him we wanted to get out and he began driving erratically. We videotaped his abuse. However, in spite of her intentions of showing Uber what happened in the video, it took a great toll on both actresses and led to many of their fans turning against them and even outright harassing them through social media for a good amount of weeks before the subject eventually died down. For the most part. But in particular, it seemed like Tara got most of the flack thrown at her while Rena was left in the dust. And given that Tara is a very popular voice actress and has done quite a terrific amount of voiceover work for cartoons over the years, and I'll even go as far as saying has even influenced me to become a voice actor myself someday, while Rena on the other hand is a pretty underrated actress, which I mean no disrespect. I've checked out some of her acting and she's actually pretty good. It's understandable that one may have gotten more flack over the other. But I also think it's because of the fact that Tara has a reputation of being a pretty sweet, down-to-earth woman who's done a lot of good things for her fans, like leaving a voice message as Twilight Sparkles for a fan after canceling her appearance at a convention, along with promoting anti-bullying, which I really appreciate as someone who was a big target of bullying to the point I had to transfer schools. So it's understandable why many people may have been shocked when they saw this. I first saw the tweet myself when I lurked on her Twitter page at the time it happened. I had just met her at Rhode Island Comic Con a few days ago and decided to see if there were any cool pictures at the con that she may have posted there. To which I found that video and, needless to say, was also pretty shocked myself. Granted, this wasn't the first time I'd seen her furious side. I've occasionally lurked her page from time to time before officially signing up in March of this year and seen some furious posts from her, which I had no problem with, as she's human like everyone else, so we all need to blow off some steam from time to time. But actually hearing it come out of her mouth in a video was definitely a surprise. What also caused this outrage was the fact that the video didn't quite match the description of what was posted. And I myself wasn't really sure what to make of it until a few days later more footage surfaced. And by that point, I had decided that the driver actually brought his firing on himself. And I actually supported Tara and Rena for letting Uber know what happened, and showing that actions have consequences when you screw up in your work environment. Now, before I begin giving my opinion on this whole situation, I just want to say this to Tara herself, who rightfully filmed the video on her phone. I do personally apologize for using this without your consent. I understand that you were going through a lot at this time with annoying internet trolls harassing you and trying to make you look bad, that you took down many reposts of the video that were put on YouTube, which I don't blame you at all because I also have had my fair share of videos stolen and re-uploaded without my consent that I myself have gone out of my way to take them down through copyright claims. So I do understand the frustrations you were going through at that time. While I'm sure you've most likely moved on from the situation at this point, if you see this video and feel the need to take it down, I will be an adult and accept any consequences. But just know that regardless of the matter, this is not meant to bash on you or Rena, and why I'm more so showing this why I've had your backs the entire time with this whole scenario. And before anyone lectures me with, oh, well, she posted on the internet, it's in the public, I'm just going to give a rebuttal and say this. Yes, if it's on the internet, it is publicly available. But that does not always mean you can just take it and then claim it's yours. Because those who rightfully created, edited, produced, filmed, whatever the case may be with videos, still have the right to take them down. I mean, that's literally like the equivalent of saying Disney can't take down movies that someone else clearly uploaded without their consent. And you know how notorious Disney is with making copyright claims. Anyway, when this first surfaced, yes, the video didn't quite match up to what the description said. But with Twitter's stupid rule of only allowing 2 minutes and 20 seconds per video, I think people pretty much blinded themselves to that. And I'm really glad more footage surfaced later on to show more of what really happened. What I believe happened is Tara likely used the section to show where things started to get really nasty so Uber could see for themselves. If Twitter didn't have this rule, I'm sure she would have posted the full thing. Without further ado, I'm going to start giving my opinions on this video. Let's roll the clip.
You're not here to change our mind. You're here to drive us because we hired you as an Uber driver.
Right.
We're in your car.
Right.
We're allowed to speak as we want. You're
to
allowed.
speak.
I understand that. But I actually don't want to spend the next hour fighting with you about Trump because you have your opinion and I completely respect that that's your.
Okay, so you can clearly see right from the very beginning, Rena is trying to let the subject die. Given that politics is never exactly a fun topic to talk about and can lead into some really nasty arguments, I don't blame her at all. You can clearly hear her outright saying that they don't want to fight about Trump, especially given that it's an hour drive, and that she respects he supports Trump and hope that the driver just accepts that and continues to do his job. But it was very clear he was not listening to her request. I mean, just listen to this.
You're allowed. You're allowed. You're allowed. You're allowed.
You're a grown man in your what, 50s, 60s? And you literally just shouted at your customers that you're upset about the fact that you feel like you're being silenced? Buddy, this is a job where you only speak when spoken to. Your job is to stay silent and drive.
I don't need you to tell me I'm evil. I don't need you to tell me I'm brainwashed. I'm not sitting here saying anything to you about that. You have your opinion. Enjoy yourself.
If you listen closely to the Uber driver as Rena speaks, you can clearly see he's still not listening. He's still rambling on as Rena is trying to let the subject die. That really shows how unprofessional he was being. Now, before I continue on with the video, I just want to mention this. I did notice in this particular source with extended footage, there seems to be some cuts. Many people have claimed this was Tara's doing, but given that she had no problem putting up the shortened Twitter version where some sections from that clip were cut in this version, I'm going to assume this is done more so from politician Brian Cohen, who originally uploaded this extended version on YouTube to defend both actresses, which I give him respect for. Why it was done? I don't know. But anyway, let's continue.
I'm just curious how you got your citizenship.
How?
Yeah.
I require for citizenships.
You applied.
Yes.
So after you came here,
Yes.
did you go home?
No, I did not. I applied in 86. Yes.
So you came here without the intention of becoming a citizen,
Yeah,
and
that's
you
right.
decided not to leave.
Yeah, that's right.
So under Trump's rules, you'd be kicked out.
I don't
Today.
care.
Okay, so this is where I'm actually going to lightly criticize Tara a little bit. Well, I'm sure your questions were asked out of the concern and safety for the driver's well-being, given that he said himself he came here without the intentions of becoming a citizen, and Trump has made some ridiculous laws on illegal immigration. I don't really think it was your business to ask about his citizenship, in all honesty. But, given that she is also an immigrant herself, even stating so on her Twitter page, I will let it slide. And here's proof so you know I'm not just making this up. Yep, that rather humorous post right there. Alright, Tara, you got us there. At least you're not like Butch Hartman has to constantly remind us. Hey everybody, I'm Butch Hartman. This is a friendly reminder that I created your childhood. I also like uploading stupid clickbait videos on my YouTube channel, and I think suicide is a really funny thing to joke about, but it's even funnier pinning it on someone else. I mean, seriously, just listen to this.
But Tara was not the original Timmy Turner. The original actress was Mary Kay Bergman, who sadly passed away. But she was
such a sweet, sweet lady.
Sweet lady. She also did a bunch of voices on South Park when that first started.
Yeah.
She was the mom on South Park.
No, she had a very prolific career. She was awesome.
Doing great. And then she ended up passing away. And I think Tara actually had something to do with that. And so that's probably that was probably your fault.
Yeah, after hearing that, along with seeing his stupid clickbait videos, I lost all respect for the guy, especially since I've also struggled with suicidal thoughts, and they're never fun. Anyway, let's get back on topic.
Today.
There was under the rules. I asked for citizenships. I went to the process.
So you came here without the intention of becoming a citizen,
Yeah,
and
that's
you
right.
decided not to leave.
Yeah, that's right.
So under Trump's rules, you'd be kicked out.
I don't
Today.
care what under rules. I asked for citizenships. I
Yeah.
went to the process.
Okay, first of all, you just mentioned you came here without the intention of becoming a citizen. Now you're saying you applied? Buddy, make up your mind.
So under other presidents, you were
What's the
able
big
to
deal?
do that, and
But
this
now-
president
Fine,
has
so I would do it
decided
different way. I
that
would have to
nobody
do it
else is
different
allowed
way.
to
I
do
would have
it
to do it different
unless
way.
you're white.
Okay, so I just want to clarify something here. This is a very big issue I have with the left. White people bad this, white people bad that. And what also frustrates me is that it always gets praised or rewarded when a left-wing person brings it up. Yes, I'm aware of white skin privilege and racist white people and white supremacy, and find all of it to be absolutely disgusting. But I really hate liberals or Democrats that overgeneralize white people as these racist bigots. In this case, however, it doesn't look like Rena was going in that route. It was more so her saying that Trump put in a law that only white people are allowed in this country. And with shit he said or done, like telling a black woman to go back where she came from and locking up families in cages, he's pretty much proven his white supremacy.
I would have to do it different way. Listen,
Okay.
white, you are such a racist. My God, I don't want to talk to you.
I'm a racist.
You are racist.
Buddy, mocking your customers and calling them racist just because you may not like what they say, that is a big no-no as the Uber driver.
The lefty are such a
The only way you can be racist is if you can control.
Lefty is a mental
If
disorder.
you can
Excuse me? What did you say there, Mr. Uber driver?
control.
Lefty is a mental
If
disorder.
you control.
Lefty is a mental
If you
disorder.
control.
Lefty is a mental
If you
disorder.
control.
Lefty is a mental
If you
disorder.
can.
And with that comment, you have officially lost all credit and sympathy from me. As someone who struggles with depression, I find it absolutely frustrating when people of either side compare politics to mental health conditions. I don't care what issues you have with either party, but please do not compare politics to people who actually struggle with these conditions, because it's really infuriating and it just makes you look like a big jackass. You may as well just be saying being a lefty or righty is autism.
The lefty are such a
The
mental
only way you can be
disorder.
racist
It's
is
a
if
mental
you can
disorder.
control.
Lefty is a mental
If you
disorder.
can
I don't
control
want to talk to you.
and.
Make no logic.
Maybe you should pull over.
You made no logic so
Maybe
far.
you should get off here.
Okay, so two things I want to say right here. First, this is the only thing I'm going to slightly criticize Rena on is this comment.
The only way you can
disorder.
be racist
It's
is
a
if
mental
you can
disorder.
control.
Lefty is a mental
If you
disorder.
can
I don't wanna
control
talk to you.
and.
Yeah, this is another issue I have with the left. Saying only a certain group of people can be racist. But, whatever. As for the second thing,
You made no logic so
Maybe
far.
you should get off.
neither does your own party with being perfectly fine with children being locked up in cages but not okay with women having the right to access abortions, or being perfectly fine with anything but guns being banned, or using religion as an excuse to bash on LGBT people.
Maybe you should get off here.
You want to get off here?
Yeah, get
I'd
us
be more than
here.
happy.
Yeah, you're a terrible driver. Get us off the Lakewood.
You terrible riders. There you go. You see, that's the lefty. It's a mind control.
Well, you've been rude.
It's a rude.
You're very rude.
And there you go again, arguing back with your customers just because one of them didn't like your service. Did you even pay attention to the training videos?
Well, you
Yes.
involved yourself in our conversation. It was none of your business.
It was none of your business.
Okay, so first things first, I completely agree with Tara and Rena about butting into their conversation. So basically, in reference to that, what originally happened was they were filming a video for Arkansas to promote a campaign to get out and vote. Here's video evidence to show what I'm talking about.
Hi, Arkansas. I'm Tara Strong.
I'm Rena Sofer.
And we are making a special video to make sure y'all get out and vote.
Yes, this is a very, very important election. We really, really need to make our voices heard this year.
So important. And we love you, Arkansas. And we're thinking of you. And we really love
Making God free. Yes.
I love her.
This happened in the second Uber ride they were in, obviously. What happened in the first one was they were filming the ad and the driver kept interrupting them. What made him butt into their video was the quote, "This election is so important." He kept interrupting them so many times to the point Rena tried to explain what was going on, and that's where things really started to get out of control. Here are a couple quotes to show you what I'm talking about. So, yeah, there you go. This is what I'm guessing probably kept happening.
Hi, Arkansas. I'm Tara Strong.
I'm Rena Sofer.
And we are making a special video to make sure y'all get out and vote.
Yes, this is a very, very important election.
Why is this election so important?
Hi, Arkansas. I'm Tara Strong.
I'm Rena Sofer.
And we are making a special video to make sure y'all get out and vote.
Yes, this is a very, very important election.
Why is this election so important?
Hi, Arkansas. I'm Tara Strong.
I'm Rena Sofer.
And we are making a special video to make sure y'all get out and vote.
Yes, this is a very, very important election.
Why is this election so important?
Hi, Arkansas. I'm Tara Strong.
I'm Rena Sofer.
And we are making a special video to make sure y'all get out and vote.
Yes, this is a very, very important election.
I'm gonna ask you again, why is this election so important? You get the idea. Anyway, let's get back on topic.
You've been attacking us and insulting us and yelling at us
That's
the
such a
entire time.
lefty.
That's all you
There
can say.
you keep saying.
That's all you keep
Democracy.
saying.
Jesus Christ, dude, can you shut up with that? Such a lefty, such a lefty. Like, dude, you sound like a broken record.
You sound like Trump's mouthpiece.
Really?
You
Yes.
do.
Oh, burn!
You're a
Wow.
lefty. You're
I'm a
evil.
lef- yes.
This is democracy.
Absolutely.
You're terrible. There
Absolutely.
you go. So be proud.
Yes, you
There
guys
go.
ruined America.
We ruined
You ruined
America?
this country.
If you hate how this country is, why don't you just move back to your home country? I'm sure you still have a citizenship there, right?
We ruined
You ruined
America?
this country.
We ruined America.
You ruined
We are
America.
Americans.
Democracy.
We were
I'm
born
American.
here.
Okay, so here's another thing a lot of people have criticized with this video. Many people assumed Rena was trying to talk down on him for his status. When listening more carefully, when she said, "We ruined America," we are Americans. We were born here. The tone of her voice suggests they love doing what's best for America because she, in Rena's case, was born in this country. Not that she was trying to say that she was more American than the driver was. Now, a lot of people say Tara also lied about her status with her American citizenship when she also asked, "We ruined America?" But to me, it sounds more like she was just amused by that comment and claiming she was also born there. Let's not forget, it was only Rena who said that.
We ruined America.
You ruined
We are
America.
Americans.
Democracy.
We were
I'm
born
American.
here.
What I'm guessing happened is she probably assumed Tara was also born there, which isn't exactly the case, but probably didn't even bother correcting her.
I'm American too. I'm a citizen.
No. No, you are not, dude.
Yeah, but you
damn
You
racist.
see that?
You
There
damn
you go.
racist.
You're
You damn
racist.
racist.
You're
I'm
racist.
American.
I'm American.
Yes,
You're
I'm
racist
American.
because
You're
I
born
love
here.
Trump.
You said you're
and
born here. What's
I
the
was
difference?
born here because
What's
you
the difference?
My friend, raising your voice with your customers like that, you are just digging yourself deeper and deeper into a hole. Props to Rena for pointing out his immature behavior.
here because
What's
you
the difference?
questioned
What's
me
the
as an
difference?
American.
No, I did not. You
You
questioned
did.
that.
You
questioned.
absolutely did.
Where exactly did she question you as an American? You're just trying to cop yourself out of your own pickle at this point.
You're making no logic. I'm getting you.
The pot calling the kettle black much?
I'm making no logic.
You're making no
I'm so
logic.
excited to send this video to your boss.
Okay, so here's another thing I'm going to point out. This right here is where many people got furious. But from listening to the tone of Tara's voice, I can tell that comment was done more so out of frustration than sadistic glee, like, "I'm getting you fired, and there's nothing you can do about it." And frankly, I would have done the same thing if he raised his voice at me like that.
Yeah.
Please send it.
Getting smart with your customers there, again, you are digging yourself deeper in a hole.
You
Yeah.
will be fired.
I'll be fired.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your
You're
name?
so rude.
Let's
He really is, honestly.
you see. Let's
My
get
name
the
is
I
Tara
know Ben
Strong.
Shapiro personally.
Okay.
And we live right next to me. We live
Fabulous.
the same next to each
That's
other.
probably why you believe his
Yes.
nonsense.
Oh yes, I'm going to talk to Ben Shapiro.
You find
about that.
the
Give
you
me your
find the
name.
nearest
name is
gas
Tara.
station
Give me your
and
name.
you
I'm
can
going
drop
to
us
Ben
off.
Shapiro. We're going to put it on
Find
the
the
table.
nearest
You're gonna
gas
fire
station
me?
and
you
you
guys are
drop
racist.
us off.
Dude, you're not even listening to what your customer wants to do at this point. Which leads to this.
Don't let me me have my own opinion.
Yeah,
You're
no
rude.
parking
And
anytime. You
will-
can't drop us
you
off
will-
here. It's not legal.
I'll
We've
drop
got
you
you on
anywhere
video.
you want.
You drop
Anywhere
us
you
off in a
want.
safe
That's your own fault for not listening to your customer.
place. I told you, the
Anywhere
very
you want.
first gas station
I'll
you
drop
can
you
send
off
us.
anywhere you want.
You can drop us off. You find the nearest
name is
gas
Tara.
station
Give me your
and
name.
you
I'm
can
going
drop
to
us
Ben
off.
Shapiro. We're going to put it on
Find
the
the
table.
nearest
You're gonna
gas
fire me?
station and
you
you
guys are
drop
racist.
us off. No
Rude.
parking
You-
anytime.
and
You
you will-
can't drop us
you
off
will-
here. It's not legal.
I'll
We've
drop
got
you
you on
anywhere
video.
you want.
You drop
Anywhere
us
you
off in a
want.
safe place. I told you, the
Anywhere
very
you want.
first gas station
I'll
you
drop
can
you
send
off
us.
anywhere you want.
You can drop us off,
Right here.
okay?
Right
Oh,
here.
Ross.
There you
Ross.
go.
Get it.
There
Make
you
it
go.
finish. You see, you've been getting me fired because I don't think like
Because
you.
you're rude.
You brought this on yourself, buddy. Quit trying to play the victim card.
No,
Because you're
we're not
rude.
getting you fired
This is-
because we don't think like you. We're getting you fired because we hired you as an Uber driver and you've done nothing but yell at us
attack
and
we had-
insult
we had to
us.
have-
Attack us.
Which she is absolutely correct on.
No,
Yeah,
we didn't
so
ask
big.
you, and we have it on
No,
video.
you did ask.
Okay, so this is one thing that does somewhat remain a mystery. If the actresses actually asked for his political opinion or not. but from what it looks like, he probably assumed that when they were doing their political ad in his car.
We asked you to not have this conversation
No,
with
before
us.
that-
Yes,
no, you
we
went to
did.
give your
We
opinion.
said it's your
But
opinion
because
and it's
you
our
found-
opinion
you
and
found
let's let
out-
it
you
go.
found-
Before you're quick to judge, remember that did happen at the very beginning.
You're not here to change our mind. You're here to drive us because we hired you as an Uber driver.
Right.
We're in your car.
Right.
We're allowed to speak as we want.
I want
You're
you to
allowed.
speak.
I understand that.
want you to
But I actually don't want to spend the next hour fighting with you about Trump because
Right.
you have your opinion and I completely respect that that's your opinion.
I disagree with you.
No, you're yelling
we
at us.
did not.
Mean.
No,
You are so mean.
You did.
There you
and
go.
you know
That's
what?
the result. I don't think
It's
like
on
you.
video
I'm
from the
fired.
second you started
Good.
talking to us.
Good.
It's
Let's
been
see.
on video. I don't
On the
think
video?
it's your
Yeah,
job
I've got
to
how rude
insult
you are.
us
That's rude.
and tell us your opinion when we hire you as an
Good.
Uber
I'm going to-
driver,
give me
and
your
that
name.
you have
I'm
to
going to take
then
the picture for you.
that you
I'm
have
going
to
to take the
then
picture for you
drop
right
us off
now.
on the side of the road, not finishing your
You
ride.
said to drop you off anywhere. And you
Because
don't
you've
go
been
anywhere.
calling
You
us
asked me-
evil.
you asked me
Because
to
you've been
drop you
calling
off.
us evil and
You
saying
called
that
the
we're
president.
demons the
You
entire
called the
time.
president.
While it may not show in this video, I'm guessing the whole evil demons thing was probably one of the things that happened before the video, and was probably one of the things that got cut out as a result of it. Given that Tara herself even said so in her tweet, I'm inclined to believe he probably said that, especially if he has the nerve to say lefties are quote-unquote mental disorders. Ugh.
You think we're going to sit in the car with you? No.
You call the president evil.
No,
You
we did
told
not
me-
call
Yes,
him
you
evil.
did.
No.
Yes, you did. Listen to that. You recorded, right?
Where did they call the president evil?
God.
You call the president evil.
But
You
look
call
how,
our
look
president
how angry
evil.
he makes
Why
you.
are you so
Because you
angry?
call the president evil.
My thoughts exactly.
Because there's nothing like this
Wow.
country.
Maybe
You're
you should
shitting
have-
on
Alright, so here are my final thoughts in regards to this video. Honestly, the driver was a complete jackass and a moron for losing his temper like that in the car. While I do understand his frustrations of dealing with annoying customers, having dealt with my fair share in customer service, along with neoliberals who force you to think like them, and given that he lives in a very left-leaning state, in this case, California, it sounds like he's probably been berated by a lot of neoliberals for being an immigrant and voting for Trump. Regardless, it still does not excuse his behavior, and all I can say is he brought his termination from Uber on himself. He should have let the subject die right at the very beginning and not interfered with their conversation to begin with. Far as I'm concerned, I'm sure he's found a new job. Hopefully one where he doesn't have to interact with customers if he really has this nasty mentality. Now, as for the two actresses, do I think it was their most professional outlook? Well, if I'm being honest there, no. But do I blame them for getting him fired? Not at all. I would have done the same if he had the nerve to yell at me like that. Now, there is one thing I'd like to mention. People criticize Tara for mentioning that he quote-unquote almost killed them. While it may not have shown in this video, it wouldn't surprise me, given that at one point he was driving pretty close to a car, didn't pay attention to where he was driving and almost parked in an illegal spot, and while it may not show here because the video was cut short by Memology 101, who I'll also say is one of the stupidest YouTube channels I've seen in my life, changed my mind. A longer upload of the same source of the clip that was originally, as I previously mentioned, uploaded by Brian Cohan, shows he ran a red stop sign, which is a huge no-no. If you also notice, he doesn't use his signal when changing lanes or even look in the mirror. And if you want my honest opinion, I feel like a lot of people were just defending this guy because he was 1, an immigrant, 2, conservative. I feel like if the Uber driver had been a white guy, people would just be like, meh, who cares? Or I also feel if the Uber driver had been liberal and Tara and Rena were conservative, they'd all be cheering on them being like, yeah, get that liberal snowflake fired from his job. Yeah, you go, girls. But look, this is just how I feel on the subject. If you support the Uber driver and feel the actresses were in the wrong, then whatever, you do you. But if you want my honest opinion, if you really support that driver even after he showed his inappropriate behavior, then all I can say is,
you're an idiot.
And hey, I'm sure you'll probably feel the same way about me after watching this video. Go ahead and leave any troll comments you want because I will just give them all heart reactions. By the way, a big shout out to user XD for this beautiful comment on my Sesame Street fan channel. Yeah, that really made me laugh. Thank you for that. Anyway, this is all I need to say, and until next time, I'm Alex and enjoy the rest of your day.